Spectrum vodka. Grace Romero.
Any luck finding one of those manuals?
Found them all.
No kidding. Really? Well, which one? Look at that. Building a computing machine out of Spectrum potatoes, a primer. I'm just glad it survived all these years. 2 whole data pads? Be still my beating heart. Oh, almost forgot your payment. Well, don't keep me in suspense. Ain't that just ironical? If I'd worked a little longer back at the cannery, I might have found this myself. That's a complete set. All 3 parts. I'm gonna be the greatest engineer Halcyon's ever seen. Aside from you, Ms. Parvati, I swear, I'll do you proud.
I'm glad we could help, Thomas.
I've been saving something for you. Just a little contraption I found. Should fit right into your outfit.
Electrocharged surface. Cool. Can I autosave here? Alright.
Sorry. I'm just trying to figure out what to do is all.
You want to survive without power? It's time to go back to Edgewater.
I've been thinking about going back. I'm not much use to anybody here. I get sick thinking about working at the cannery. I can't do that again.
So don't work at the cannery. You wanted to be an engineer. That's just fear talking.
You know something? I think you're right. The town could use another engineer, and I'm on my way to becoming one. I could do a lot of good in Edgewater. Maybe even keep a garage of my own with a little workbench and my very own toolbox. It's just... Adeline's never gonna forgive me. Not in 100 years. I go crawling back to my old life in Edgewater and I'm as good as dead to her.
She's old. She'll probably die soon.
You know where to find me.
Alright, we're gonna try and talk him down. I'm a good person. I try to be.
Marauders can't see us in the dark. Wild canids, on the other hand.
Who is this? There's nothing left for you here. It's time to go back.
The matter's been weighing on me. Fact is, I can't go anywhere long as Zoe's missing.
Ah, here we go.
Disappeared without a trace. Marauders took her, I suspect.
Don't tell me you're scared of a few marauders. I'll keep an eye out.
It's not like Zoe to go wandering. Figured she might be out scavenging, but that ain't exactly her talent. Can't imagine where she's gone. Vale's a wide place. She could be anywhere.
Unless marauders got to her, then parts of her could be in a lot of places. Don't worry about it, I'll find her.
Appreciate it. Honest.
I've got questions about Zoe.
I'll tell you what I can.
Any ideas where she might be hiding?
Vex me. If she told anybody, they ain't telling me. I'd check her room, but I got yelled at for snooping once already.
You snooped around in her room?
Little ways ago. She was always obsessing over her serial dramas. Wanted to see what the fuss was about.
Okay, this person's kind of a creep too. Everyone's just creeping on everyone else. Let's change
What
the
is it?
subject. I'll leave you be. Alright. Okay, I already know where she is. But I've got this feeling that we've got to actually go where it tells us to go. Is that Zoe's house? That's why you go full genocide run, because everyone's creeping. Okay. Oh, there's a note. So that's it then. No more Edgewater for me. No more cannery. No more jumpsuits and gloves. Yes, ma'ams, and would you like another's? I don't know why I'm writing this down for posterity's sake, because I've always hated the cannery, and I don't think I'll ever have to look back to this journal many years hence and tell myself, oh wow, I did hate the veil once, didn't I? Just because I got sick. Everybody gets sick. Well, okay. I got sick and I grabbed a little too much Adrenatime. Is that really a crime? I gotta treat myself when I'm sick, don't I? Whatever happened to personal responsibility and surviving by one's own bootstraps? Oh, but you misappropriate one box of Adrenatime and suddenly you're committing larceny. Okay. Here's a Kajigger. Good news, I'm alive. Starting to feel a little better, too. There's a group of deserters living out in the old botanical labs. They found a way to grow some food. Or something that passes for food, anyway. Adelaide boiled a pot of something green and leafy and told me to drink it twice a day for my symptoms. I suppose. Tastes atrocious, but I've been feeling better. It's nice to be away from the cannery. The labs have just enough power to run an ether wave, so I've been catching up on my serial dramas. Masked Marketeer, what would I do without you? Go crazy, most likely. Crack up, murder all my neighbors, run screaming into the hills like some wild marauder. I don't know, that doesn't sound too bad. What? I could see myself leading a cadre of marauders, a band of bandits. Wait, that doesn't sound right. Band of bandits? What would we call ourselves? The Formidable 14. The 100 Hooligans. Featuring Zoe, Bandit Queen. Alright. She wanted to lead the bandits. Well, today is the day, Zoe. Today is the day you take your destiny into your own hands. I've been listening to Grace talk about the marauder threat. Bands of wild, free-spirited bandits living in camps out in the hills, warming themselves by the light of barrel fires. Probably mounted the heads of their enemies on pikes as a warning to folks like me. Living a life of comfort and ease, free of any rules. I bet they could take the whole region if they were organized. I've been tucking away some of Adelaide's food, and I've got some spare cans of saltuna. Should last me a couple weeks if I ration. Got some Adrenatime, too. Everybody loves Adrenatime. Even marauders, right? I got odds those marauders will let me throw in with them if I dangle a couple syringes of Adrenatime before their eyes. This is gonna be great! Look out, Terra 2. Bandit Queen Zoe's original story has just begun. I'm gonna have a whole gang of marauders at my beck and call. Maybe I can even score some Rizzos. What's that? Okay. Can I fast travel over here? No. Find Zoe. Zoe the Bandit Queen. She's all, I don't want to go crazy like murdering my neighbors or running into the hills. I don't know, that doesn't sound so bad. What? thought I had my sniper on. I didn't. That seems a little unfair that she just teleports to their location. Oh my god, look at all these legs everywhere. Here's a head. Gotcha. Nothing. Alright, I think that's everybody. Let's mosey. Everyone should be dead over here. I'm already seeing living things. Okay, these people do respawn, unless I just never came back this way. Yeah, things respawn. Let's see.
That was clean.
Respawn per quest maybe, because I know you walked by quiet pew zones. They never spawn back. Yeah, I don't know. It could be because I picked it up. Haha!
Here we go.
Wait, where's he going? She just standing there like, oh, it's okay. They're not gonna hurt me.
We made it!
Alright, she's okay this time. She didn't get hit by anything. Hello?
Wow, you crossed them all off, like some sort of heroic accountant running down a list. Teach me your ways.
You're Zoe? Your people are looking for you. You sound confused or possibly unscrewed. Not for free. People are looking for you.
What, you mean Adelaide's little congregation of nature-loving nobodies? I could not possibly be less interested in them. You, on the other hand, you were a sight to behold. If I had half your skills, I'd be the greatest outlaw the coast has ever seen.
And then I'd come kill you for your bounty. I needed to clarify something for me.
I'm great at clarifying.
Are you a prisoner here? How are you even alive? Why did you leave? Are you a prisoner here?
No. I insinuated myself into their company, see? And they didn't seem to mind one whit.
I'm impressed. How'd you pull it off?
I may have bartered them a few boxes of Adrena time, but yeah, I'm sure that's got nothing to do with it.
How are you even alive?
I don't know. The vital processes that constitute the miracle of life are mysterious and unknowable. Oh, you mean around these guys? The Marauders wouldn't hurt me. They love me. I'm practically their queen. Yeah, must be my natural charisma.
Mm-hmm. Why did you leave camp?
I got kicked out of Edgewater on account of falling sick with plague and stealing some medicine to treat myself. I'd heard some outlaws set up camp in the botanical labs. I decided to throw in with them, seeing as I always wanted to be an outlaw myself. Instead, what do I find but a bunch of former workers camped out around a greenhouse? I couldn't just go back to the cannery, so I was stuck with them. I've got all the time in Halcyon.
I've been sent to find you.
Why? Adelaide wants me back on garden duty or something? Thanks, but I'm not going anywhere. This is where I belong.
I just killed everyone. I can't imagine you're happy out here. The food's awful. Company worse. And no serial dramas.
And no serial dramas. I've been thinking about going back. I just gotta know if Lord Cavendish really is the masked marketeer. I'll take my stuff and head on back, I suppose. Grace is gonna be glaring knives at me, so I've got that to look forward to.
Alright, bye. Okay, I guess we just go back.
What happened? Sprat fell into a transformer again? I'm not in the lightest of humors right now.
I talked to Zoe into coming back.
We didn't always get along, but I'm glad to know she's safe. What happened, anyway?
She joined up with a band of marauders. They didn't hurt her. Something about wanting to be an outlaw. I'd rather not get into it.
Zoe joined up with a band of marauders. Zoe. The same Zoe who doesn't know a barrel from a trigger. Well, I've heard stranger things. You pretty much did my job for me. Least I could do is pay you for your trouble. Let me know if I can do something for you.
Nothing left. It's time to go back to
The
Edgewater.
matter's been weighing on me. Zoe came back, but I couldn't keep her from slipping out in the first place. Who's to say I could keep marauders from slipping in? I don't see us lasting more than a couple of weeks out here. I'm loath to admit it. We're gonna have to make our peace with Thompson and hope he takes us back. Listen, we go back to Reed, hat in hand, begging for our old jobs back. Well, Adelaide's not gonna forgive us. She never talked to us again.
Don't do anything hasty. I'm gonna try to talk Reed into stepping down.
Sure, suit yourself. I'll be here.
Oh! Leveled up! Alright. Can I talk to her again?
Look at that. The snake's come back.
Alright. Alright, I guess all that's left is to talk to Reed. I think. Let me check my journal real quick. Yes. Alright. Save it real quick. Hello?
This is a fine day, friend. Power flows through our town like a cool stream of water. I trust Adelaide's people have seen their way to reason. So, when can I expect them back at their posts?
Oh, is there a quest for the primal nest? I guess I could have gone in there. I spoke to Adelaide. She won't come back as long as you're here. Delivered your message, but I haven't convinced her to come back. I wanted to talk to you about something.
Then we are at an impasse. Stewardship over this town has been entrusted to me by Spacer's Choice. I am not perfect. I have made my share of mistakes, but I have done my best for this town.
Change in leadership might be what this town needs. Your town's a mess. The town's terrified of the plague. Abernathy asked me to steal medicine for him.
I am not without compassion for Abernathy's predicament, but the plague has taken a hard toll on us all. I am a Spacer's Choice man. My father was a Spacer's Choice man. Edgewater may not look like much to some buttoned-up freelancer, but it is my home.
Attack! Well, I tried. Adelaide's people aren't getting sick with plague.
I don't believe you. Plague's a reality of life. Best treatment is a good work ethic.
This town doesn't eat anything but salt tuna. Of course you're going to get sick. Have you people ever eaten an actual vegetables? And it's not even salt tuna that they're eating, and they're eating something gross.
The very notion is just grotesque. A raw vegetable? Why don't you just ask me to go chew the bark off of a tree?
What?
We are a Spacer's Choice Saltuna cannery. We eat saltuna here, and only saltuna.
Pretty sure it's your food that's making you sick. You need the garden. What exactly are you putting in those cans?
I don't understand. You say Adelaide's growing her own food, but that should not be possible. The soil's gone sour. Company said as much. Our own botanists couldn't grow decent crops for us, so the company got rid of them and shut down the greenhouse.
Adelaide's found a way to grow food. She'll come back if you step down.
You will excuse me for being skeptical. How exactly is Adelaide growing crops in barren soil?
Look, Reed, all I know is that it involves some really complicated math and it works well. special fertilizer. um. I don't know. Involves some really complicated math and it works well.
If Adelaide's found a way to feed her people and cure the plague, then she deserves this office more than I do. I won't stand in her way. My life here is ended. Give me a little time to settle my affairs. I'm sure Adelaide will be glad to see the back of me.
You don't have to do this, you know. This could be easy for you. Bye! What are your plans?
A couple months ago, I might have put in for a transfer. It's a big colony. Spacer's Choice has other towns. Now, I couldn't show my face in any of them.
Why not?
No such thing as an honorable resignation. Suppose I could find a place outside the walls, or put in for early retirement.
You won't outlast outside the walls, you know? You don't have to do this.
I don't know. I could see myself lasting a week.
This can't be easy for you.
I've always tried to do right by my town. It has never been easy.
Well, take care.